The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
This is the Eagles Sports Network. I am Danielle Whaley alongside Suzanne Strudwick, the women's golf head coach. You've had a couple weeks to reflect now on the Patsy Rendleman Invitational. What stood out to you from your team's performance in that event?
Well, I mean, obviously, we still are coming off a slow start, but then the way that we come back is excellent. So, we had our team meeting afterwards and the team talk, and the girls know this. Anyway, I was just reinforcing it. We need to make a better job, much better job of coming out of the blocks a lot quicker. We're kind of putting ourselves behind the 8-ball, shooting .313, which is not terrible, but it's not giving us an opportunity to win. We're about 10 shots off what we should be as a team to then be in a position to win. And we're shooting exceptionally well on the second day, so we come back well, but we're just not getting off the block. So the team knows that, and that's hopefully what we'll do a better job of coming up.
And the Patsy Rendleman Invitational had some of the top regional competition that you're going to be facing in this first half of the fall slate with that in the books. How important was that second day turnaround against such stiff competition?
Yeah, it was important. I think the fact that it's on such a great golf course, I mean, the boys team won conference there last year, so we had a little bit of insight from them. But it's an old Donald Ross course, so it's an excellent championship course. So the fact that we did so well the second day proves that we've got the talent, we've got the players, we've got the depth. It's now that we've just got to get started better.
And one thing that's really stood out in the first half was exceptional play from individuals. And heading into the Women's Music City Invitational, there's no individuals going. So how does that change preparations for the team, knowing that the team has to be at full strength?
Yeah, and again, we've talked about this as a team. I cut the qualifying, the automatic qualifiers from normally I take automatic 3 girls that have played well. This year, this week I'm only taking 2, Elizabeth and Reagan. They have shown that they are the legit 1 and 2 players on our team consistently. So they're automatic qualifiers. The other 3 spots are up for grabs. So it's made this week's qualifying way more competitive and a little bit on edge. And that's kind of what I wanted. I wanted to light a little bit more of a fire under the players. And just the girls that are playing well now, that's who I want to take. Yeah.
And so with Elizabeth England and Reagan Kinney, like you had mentioned, they have been leaders with exceptional play through the first 2 events. How do you hope that their leadership really extends to the rest of the team heading into yet another competition where there's so many good competitors?
Yeah, and it's, they're kind of leaders in their work ethic. So it's not just what they do in competition, it's what they do off competition. And in their own practice, team practice, and in our qualifiers. They're probably 2 of the hardest working players on our team. And I hope that translates, especially to our freshmen, that it's not just what we do as a team, but it's what you do outside of that. And now that we're coming to the crunch time of our season for the fall women's golf season, there is not much time for practice. Now it's just, we just got to qualify and go. So a lot of the time it's just being prepared, knowing that you're just full on, and it's about the qualifiers and then the competition for the last 2 weeks.
And so the final 2 events of the fall slate, it's going to be insane competition.
Correct.
So first off, going to Tribeca, what kind of competition are you looking for your team to go against, and how do you think that they're going to fare against them?
Yeah, this is a brand new venue for us, venue tournament. And as I said at the beginning of the year in our fall preview, David Hearn, the head coach, he was so gracious in extending an invitation last year to us when we couldn't go because of Hurricane Matthew down to Florida, that I felt as though I needed to honor that and commit to this year's event. It actually is going to be one of our toughest competition tournaments. Unless we qualify next year to regionals and then to the NCAA finals, we're not going to see this level of competition. We've got the current NCAA Division II national champions playing, and Grand Valley State, who are consistently in that qualify for the nationals. So we've got, not only for me as a coach to see, top competition, to see what the difference is, but also to see what regionally and nationally what's going on in women's Division II golf. So I'm excited. I'm excited for the girls to go head to head with some of these tournaments and these this type of competition. We're not going to see it for the rest of the year unless, as I said, we qualify for nationals.
And like you mentioned, this is a pretty new venue for the team to be facing. Yet another week of going into play, not really knowing what to expect from the course itself. Yeah. Do you think that's going to play into your team's mentality at all heading into this third event?
Yeah, the fact that it's in Nashville, I do have 3 of the players that have played it in junior golf. So I'm excited that there is a little bit of a crossover there with recruiting, fairly local, within a 3 to 4 hour, drive from here. When we do go to competitions like this, the chances are I'm going to have players that have played it in junior competition, and that is the case. For our last one at Christian Brothers, our senior Elizabeth, that's a course that she knows like the back of her hand. So, again, that can translate for us and help us. So that's another reason why I tweaked the schedule a little bit, so that we would have this top competition, but also have some players that have played on the courses.
Tough competition coming to the Volunteer State, being able to stay in state for the third tournament of the season. That's going to be huge for you. Good luck this coming week, and thank you for joining me.
Yeah, thank you so much.
She's Suzanne Strudwick. I'm Danielle Whaley, and this is the Eagle Sports Network.